coffins and caskets, personalising them and making your own. Hello, my name's Lisa Herbert from The Bottom Drawer Book. Let's chat with Kelly Scott from the Australian Funeral Directors Association and find out.
We've had coffins that are image wrapped with the person's car because they wanted to be buried in their car. This was the best way we could do it. Or photos of their horses or cats and dogs, all because that was what was important to them. For some families, choosing the coffin is very perfunctory. It provides a very important purpose, but it's not about the coffin or casket. It's about the flowers that are on top, or the beautiful little touches that they might put. Nana's favourite teapot, or some knitting or crocheting, or a golf club, or all those little things. Because to me, when people come into a service, where's the focus? How do we make that space feel like that person for that period of time? So having those beautiful little trinkets and memorabilia around can often make people feel like, that was Eileen's, or that was Bill's. I can just see him with that.
Not all funeral directors, I believe, will take homemade coffins, for example. What's the general rule about making your own coffin or buying a coffin from somewhere else and then using that?
Yeah, great question. We've had families that have bought their own coffin. In fact, one was just incredible, made from wood from their own property, lined with wool fleece from their own sheep. It was incredible. Mind you, they had taken the time beforehand, to put this together. It was unbelievable. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with doing that. Our only thing is, when people are bringing in a coffin, there is an indemnity for the family to sign, because they actually take responsibility for that. We can't lift it, add any handles, we can't change that coffin in any way, shape or form, and we can't handle that because there's no guarantee. We only buy from Australian manufacturers, except for those big caskets that aren't made here, because there's huge, you can imagine if something goes wrong with the coffin on the day of the funeral. So we only use Australian manufacturers to the highest standard, and we have amazing manufacturers in Australia that make beautiful coffins. So we did have a family once that came to us with with a coffin that had been in storage for some time and water damaged. And we just said, I can't let my staff handle that. That's unsafe. Happy for you to come in and handle that, carry that, place it in the hearse, but we're just not, it didn't look safe, put it that way. I wouldn't have put my loved one in that. And in the end, they chose something else, but they thought, and it was a funny story. And then Dad had kept this coffin hoping, but we thought it looked a bit dodgy, and they were actually happy with that decision. But when we talked about the safety factor and the fact that your loved one's going and being carried in this, it's very different. If a coffin's not being carried, there's less likelihood of anything going wrong, say if you're at a crematorium chapel. But safety to me is paramount, making sure that coffin is robust and perfect. Even when it's the most basic coffin, it still should be made very well, lined beautifully, have everything in there, so it's very respectful.
You don't know what you don't know, right? Kelly Scott is the president of the Australian Funeral Directors Association. All this information sharing is to give you the confidence and the knowledge to be able to ask the questions you need to ask to have the best funeral for you and your loved one. There's also more information at The Bottom Drawer Book, the After Death Action Plan. You'll find that online, thebottomdrawerbook.com.au. And for more videos in this series, follow the Facebook page, The Bottom Drawer Book on Facebook.